10 Stoic Signs of High-Value Men. Seneca's Way. In the depths of ancient wisdom, where truth meets transformation, lies a path walked by men who understood that true power emanates not from external achievements, but from internal mastery. Through the lens of Stoic philosophy, we shall unveil the marks of those who have achieved what few dare to pursue: complete sovereignty over self. 1. The master of silence. Observe the man who speaks little, yet whose words carry the weight of mountains. In meetings, social gatherings, or moments of conflict, he remains like a deep lake, still on the surface, yet profound in depth. As Zeno of Citium noted, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen more than we say." These men understand that wisdom often dwells in the spaces between words. They do not rush to fill silence with empty chatter, nor do they feel compelled to announce their achievements. Their actions echo louder than any proclamation could. Consider the seasoned general who listens intently to his lieutenants, or the CEO who observes more than he speaks. Their power lies not in the volume of their voice, but in the weight of their carefully chosen words. 2. The guardian of inner peace picture. A man walking through chaos, markets crashing, deadlines looming, critics shouting, yet his demeanor remains unchanged, like a mountain unmoved by storms. This is the man who has mastered his inner realm. Marcus Aurelius teaches us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Such men have built an internal citadel that external circumstances cannot breach. They understand that true power lies not in controlling the world, but in governing their response to it. Look for them in moments of crisis. While others panic, they maintain their composure. When others react, they respond. When others complain, they contemplate solutions. 3. The architect of discipline. Dawn breaks, and while the world slumbers, he rises. Not because it is easy, but because he has made a covenant with excellence. These men forge their character in the crucible of daily discipline. Epictetus reminds us, "No man is free who is not master of himself." They understand that freedom is not the absence of constraints, but the strength to live by one's chosen principles. Witness them in the gym at 5 a.m., or studying while others feast on entertainment. Their discipline is not a burden they bear, but a shield they've forged through countless small victories over comfort. 4. The warrior of adversity. When difficulties arise, observe how different men respond. The high-value man welcomes challenges as opportunities for growth. Like a blacksmith's hammer strengthening steel, he knows that resistance builds resilience. As Seneca counsels, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. These men don't seek an easier life. They strive to become stronger men. Each setback is transformed into a setup for comeback. Look for them taking on the hardest projects, volunteering for challenging assignments, or facing their fears head-on. They understand that comfort is the enemy of greatness. 5. The master of time. Behold the man who treats time as the most precious currency. While others waste hours scrolling through digital distractions, he moves with purpose and intention through his days. Like an expert archer, each moment is an arrow released with precision toward its target. Seneca's wisdom echoes through the ages. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. These men understand that time is the only truly non-renewable resource. They guard their hours as a miser guards his gold, yet they invest them as wisely as the most sophisticated investor. Look for them in their deliberate routines, their thoughtful scheduling, their ability to say no to activities that don't align with their values. They are neither rushed nor idle, moving through life with the graceful efficiency of a river finding its path to the sea. 6. The cultivator of mind. In an age of endless entertainment and shallow diversions, observe the man who feeds his mind with the timeless wisdom of great thinkers. His library is not for show, but a workshop where his intellect is continuously refined and sharpened. As Epictetus taught, Books are the training weights of the mind. These men understand that mental fitness requires as much dedication as physical fitness. They read not to escape reality, but to better understand and navigate it. Watch how they discuss ideas rather than people, how they seek understanding rather than agreement, how they question assumptions rather than accepting conventional wisdom. Their conversations elevate those around them, like a torch lighting other torches without diminishing its own flame. 7. The guardian of emotions. Consider the rare individual who neither suppresses his emotions nor is enslaved by them. Like a skilled conductor leading an orchestra, he acknowledges each emotion but doesn't let any single instrument overwhelm the symphony. Marcus Aurelius guides us. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. These men have learned the art of emotional intelligence not through denial of feelings, but through mastery over their expression. Observe them in moments of triumph. Their humility prevents arrogance. In moments of loss, their resilience prevents despair. In moments of anger, their wisdom prevents rashness. They understand that emotions are like weather patterns passing through the sky of consciousness. The sky itself remains unchanged. 8. The bearer of responsibility. Witness the man who claims complete ownership over his life circumstances. While others search for scapegoats or external factors to blame, he stands firm in his understanding that responsibility is his greatest power. Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. These men have internalized a fundamental truth. They may not control every event, but they always control their response to every event. Look for them acknowledging mistakes without defensiveness, accepting challenges without complaint, and facing consequences with dignity. They understand that true freedom comes not from avoiding responsibility, but from embracing it fully. 9. The architect of value. Observe the man who creates value in every interaction, every relationship, and every endeavor. Like a master craftsman, he leaves everything he touches better than he found it. His presence enriches conversations, elevates standards, and inspires excellence in others. Seneca teaches, "The greatest good is like water. It benefits all things and does not compete." These men understand that true value isn't measured by what you can take, but by what you can give. Their worth isn't determined by their possessions, but by their contributions. Watch how they approach relationships, not asking, "What can I get?" but "What can I give?" Notice how they handle resources, not as means of displaying status, but as tools for creating positive impact. Their legacy builds silently but steadily, like a coral reef growing beneath the waves. 10. The bearer of true legacy. Above all, the high-value man understands that his greatest work is not what he builds externally, but who he becomes internally. His legacy is not measured in wealth or titles, but in the lives he touches and the wisdom he embodies. As Marcus Aurelius reflected, "What we do now echoes in eternity." These men live not for temporary pleasures or fleeting acclaim, but for the eternal principles that have guided great souls throughout history. Remember, the path to becoming such a man is not in mimicking external behaviors, but in cultivating the inner qualities that naturally manifest these traits. The journey begins with a single choice, the choice to master oneself before attempting to master anything else. In the end, these 10 signs weave together to form not just a description of character, but a blueprint for transformation. Each quality reinforces the others, creating a fortress of virtue that stands unmoved by the storms of life. Memento mori. Amor fati. The time for transformation is now.